In this video, we're going to go over how to use a law of attraction sleep technique to manifest the reality of your preference more easily while you sleep. So, this is a three-part process. The first part is you want to, as you lie down in your bed, have written out your goals next to your bed. And you want to review these goals right before you drift off to sleep. The reason is that the more times you see your goals throughout the day, the more you will reinforce that in your mind, and the more you'll make connections to see how you can bring about those goals in the physical reality, in this world in some way. The thing is, these goals need to be in the sweet spot. They need to be not so massive that we can't see how we're going to get them, and not so small that we don't get excited about them. We need to find the sweet spot because when you want to get something in life, you have to have belief, faith, and gratitude. Those are the three key things. Now we're going to cover belief and faith, and that's going to come into play with regards to writing down those goals and making sure they're in the sweet spot and reviewing them right before bed. The more you do that, the more belief and faith will develop. And also, when I share the sleep technique a little bit later, that is also going to compound the belief and the faith even further. Now, the second thing you want to do, in addition to looking over your goals, is as you're lying down, you want to go over what are you grateful for. This comes into the gratitude portion of this sleep technique. You want to be grateful about what you have in your life. And it could be something small, like I'm grateful for my eyes, I'm grateful for my arms, my legs, my body, my physical body, my vessel that allows me to walk through this life and experience this life. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my computer. I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful for my friends, my family. Go into a process of being grateful for even the smallest little things. I'm grateful for the fact that I'm able to eat every day. I've got a roof over my head. I'm able to feel nice and warm and cozy in my bed right now. Go over everything you possibly can and get into a state of gratitude right before you drift off to sleep, because that's going to affect how you feel when you wake up in the morning as well. And you want to get off on a good start in the morning. So end your day well. So we've covered gratitude and we've covered belief and faith to some extent, and making sure that that's covered before we drift off. But now we're going to get into the sleep technique, the actual sleep technique, which is going to really develop your belief and your faith in whatever it is that you're going after, whatever it is you want to attract into your life via the law of attraction. And this is going to require you going into altered brain waves. It normally happens when you go to sleep. Normally when you're awake in the waking state, you're in a beta wave state, which is 12 to 38 hertz. Then if you get into a relaxed and calm state, you're in the alpha state, which is 8 to 12 hertz. Then if you keep going, you get into theta, which is 3 to 8 hertz, which is a deep hypnotic relaxation state. And then finally you have the delta waves, which is less than 3 hertz, which is deep sleep. So as you are drifting off to sleep, you can make use of these altered brainwave states, namely the theta brainwave state, the deep hypnotic relaxation state. You will reach that after about 5 minutes of doing this technique I'm going to share with you. It's called box breathing. So while you're lying in bed, what you want to do is, and by the way, the reason why we want to get into this state is to become very suggestible right before we drift off to bed and make use of that suggestible state to give our subconscious mind things to work with. Okay, so we're going to go over our goals with our subconscious mind, and in that state, we're going to be more able to influence our subconscious mind to believe certain things, to understand certain things that we want. So what you're going to do is you're going to inhale for 5 seconds while you're lying in bed. Hold it for 5 seconds. Exhale 5 seconds. Hold at the bottom 5 seconds. And repeat this process over and over. And in the course of, it could even happen less than 5 minutes. It could happen in 3 to 5 minutes. You're going to start noticing that you're feeling a little bit different. And when you start feeling different, you're going to want to go over your ideal life in your mind's eye. Now, if you do this in a normal waking state, you're not going to believe that you can have that reality. Like if you're imagining in your normal beta wave state, your waking state, you're going to be thinking, okay, yeah, that's what I want, but I don't feel I can get it. But when you're in this altered state, this theta wave state, your subconscious is more likely to believe and buy into things. So when you're visualizing, once you've done the box breathing and reached that state, and you're visualizing yourself, seeing yourself having the reality that you want for yourself, having the relationship you want for yourself, having the body you want for yourself, maybe the financial situation you want for yourself, and just seeing that reality through those eyes of that future you, and then just play it out. Like, enjoy that reality. Walk around. What would that you be doing? What would that you be thinking? What would that you be feeling? And experience that reality in this altered brainwave state and feel it as if it's happened. It's what you're living right now. And in this altered brainwave state, your subconscious mind will be imprinted with this in a more strong way than it would if you were to practice this while you're, still in the waking state with your eyes closed. So this is a very, very powerful law of attraction technique you can use just before you drift off to sleep. And if you combine this is, by the way, going to develop your belief, develop your faith in achieving what it is you want. And if you combine this with the gratitude, which I went over before you drift off to sleep, you'll be primed with the BFG technique. You know what? If you play Doom, you're going to know what the BFG is. That's how I remember it. But if you don't play Doom, if you've never played Doom, don't worry about it. Just think about BFG, belief, faith, and gratitude. Get those three things under control, and creating the reality of your preference is going to be that much more easy for you. So belief and faith is going to be covered by going over your goals. It's going to be covered by doing this sleep technique. And the gratitude is going to be covered by going over what you're grateful for at the end of the day. Do all of these three things before you drift off to sleep, and when you wake up in the morning, take the time to get into a good positive mental state as well, and also review your goals then too. It's important to review your goals as many times as you can throughout the day. If you do all of this, you're going to find that the reality of your preference, manifesting the reality of your preference, is going to be that much easier. So hope that this sleep technique has been of value to you. Try it out. Make sure that you actually do this tonight before you go to bed. Get into this altered brainwave state and see yourself living the life you want to live, and really feel and experience it as being real in the moment. That is key. And then drift off to sleep. All right? And do this. Make it a habit of doing this each and every night, and you'll see how things are going to shift for you. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe for more content, and click the link in the description below if you're serious about using the law of attraction to really manifest the life of your dreams. See you in the next video.